It's finally that time. Hawkeye has his own show and the first couple of episodes have been released. For a long time, fans have been crying out for him to get his own standalone movie, and we've been gifted with a standalone series. With the first 2 episodes being released on Disney+, it's safe to say that they were watched immediately. In this video, I'm going to give my thoughts and opinion on the first episode and explain all that was left for us to interpret. So, is the first episode any good? Well, let's find out. Before I go ahead, make sure you go over to my Twitter @BrainPilot_ and tweet me what show or movie you'd like me to review next. So without further ado, I'm BrainPilot and here is Hawkeye Episode 1 Explained. Just to let you know, this video will contain spoilers, so watch with caution. From the off, the first episode had quite a different feel to WandaVision and Loki. We start out in 2012 with the Avengers movie taking place in the background. We're almost given an Uncle Ben moment when we see Kate Bishop see Hawkeye saving her when she was a child, but in the process she loses her dad to the events that took place in the city. I thought it was a good way to see where the character got the drive and determination to want to be a better person, and want to hunt down and find Clint throughout her life. He was her idol and you could clearly see why. You also get the heroic mindset and individuality side, due to the loss that she experienced. It's an arc that we've seen quite frequently in the MCU, but I welcome it in this show as it felt natural. As well as being introduced to Kate straight away, we see Clint from the off too. However, we see a side to him that we've not quite seen before, and I liked it. We see a Hawkeye that is not handling fame that well, and doesn't like to be in the limelight or to be treated any differently. He just wants to fit in, and we can see the struggle that he appears to be going through. I imagine for a number of reasons. One, because it would actually be hard to deal with, but secondly, due to the loss of all of his friends due to the events that took place in the movies, and the constant reminder to it whenever he gets recognized, or asked for a photo, or even goes to watch the musical. We get to see a human side to Hawkeye and it's refreshing to see. There is clearly some sketchy behavior going on in the episode between Kate's mother and her fiance Jack, and we see this when he steals the sword in the auction. This is the first moment and glimpse into a side that I believe will come to fruition throughout the season as the episodes gradually go on. We see a fight scene inside the room of the auction which introduces us to a gang called the Tracksuit Mafia, and this leads Kate into a whole heap of trouble. I thought the choreography for the fight was well done, and with it being in the dark, low light, fast cutting, hand-on-hand combat, it really reminded me of the fight scenes that we used to get in Netflix's Daredevil, a show that was praised for its fight scenes. Once Kate escapes, we see the final fight scene take place, which I thought was the best one of the episode. There was tension and suspense around whether or not Clint would show up, but I feel it was definitely obvious that he was going to. And it was extremely satisfying when he did show up and beat everybody that was there, showing just how strong he is. The final part that we see is when Clint takes off the mask that's on Kate, and their introduction is complete, tying into the title, Never Meet Your Heroes. I thought it was a great introduction to the world, and the first episode really did keep me engaged, and I want to learn more about Kate Bishop. She seems to have good intentions, but is definitely at the start of her journey. I think she's going to develop a lot over the course of this season, and it's going to be great to see. One highlight of the first episode for me was the musical that Clint was watching at the start. It had me in pieces and chuckling as I was watching. I was a little skeptical of Haley Steinfeld taking on this role, but I think she did a great job. Jeremy Renner, I don't think I need to say much. We've seen him play and own this character before, and he definitely delivered, which was as expected. I've watched episode 2 already and will be releasing a video on that episode very soon, so keep your eyes open. What did you think of the first episode? Did you enjoy it? Leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.